Hello drone video fans, I'm Bill, and this video highlights a park I found on Google Maps. I've never been here before, so we came out about 8:15 in the morning to try to avoid as much people as possible because it looked like a nice place to shoot. We brought our trusty old XK X380 UAV along with Gitup Git2 action camera on here. We're shooting at 1080p at 60 frames per second. Here's a nice lake here, and I'm a little confused about this sign. I have seen pictures of people showing fish that they caught there, and I don't know if they had to throw them back, but that sign definitely there shows that you're not able to take any fish out of this lake, with mostly panfish inside here. In the background there you see a Perry nuclear power plant with the wind blowing out of the west-northwest, and we're going to use the panoramic or circle mode with the X380 here. And in order to use that, what you have to do is point the camera down, which this does not have a real fast gimbal action, so you have to keep on spinning the dial. Once you get to the center of the spot where you want to shoot, you press the panorama button on the transmitter and then back it off to the radius that you want to make the circle. And as soon as you finish backing up, it will automatically start to circle. And you can see the circle is starting now, so we're bringing the gimbal back up so that we can get a picture of the lake here as it proceeds to move around on its own. It works fairly well. It's not 100% reliable. It's but it does a pretty good job. The gimbal on this old X380 is the OEM gimbal, the gimbal that the XK sells, and it's never been a real high quality gimbal, but again it does the job. So we haven't tried to replace it or do anything with it. On the far shore there of the lake, you can see me standing there and watching it as it progresses, and as it's moving around here, and now we're obviously facing towards the east, I realized that I hadn't made the radius large enough, so we're going to be pulling back here. You can see me pulling back on the pitch stick so that we can increase the diameter of the circle, and then point the gimbal down so that we can finish getting in all of the lake. You can see some lily pads in a couple of the corners, and again there's different kinds of panfish inside there, and I have seen pictures online from people who visited this park, and they showed like bluegill and sunfish and things like that they'd caught, but that sign that you saw at the beginning definitely says you're not supposed to be pulling any fish out of this lake. So maybe things have changed since some of those pictures were posted earlier. So now that we've made a nice trip around, as you see, there's a couple of different pavilions there for picnicking. We'll get to those a little bit later, but once we finish this, we thought we'd take a quick jaunt over these trees to where they have a couple of baseball fields. I mentioned in an earlier video that we've been having lousy weather, either winds or rain or both, and as we come up on this baseball diamond, you can see there's patches where the infield is still wet or damp, and you can also see around the backside of this ball diamond there's a track, and that track is paved and it goes all the way around the park, and and there's people who use that for walking, jogging, riding a bike, pushing baby strollers, any number of things. As a matter of fact, you'll see a little bit of all of those. And we're coming up here on the second ball diamond, and this one they left the bases and pitcher's mound out on there, and you can see there was there. You're also going to see bicycle rider and some other people using that bike path. Now we're going to sort of drop some altitude here and come down to seeing the two different pavilions. The one on the left is the general public pavilion, which most people use for picnics if you just decide to come out here and have a picnic. And the one on the right is you just got a sign on them for reserved using, and what you do is it's got a magic marker there in the sign. You'll see it later. Sign up your name and time you want to use it, and you can reserve it for a specific date or party or whatever you want. So it's kind of nice for people who want to put together like a party. Here's the general use pavilion or picnic pavilion, and it's pretty much all wood, and it's got wood picnic tables in there. There's grills on the outside. You see the red flash on the front. I've never found any filters for this Gitup Git2 action cam, so that's one of the things we're going to have to look into. We're going to take off again here across the road. You can see the shadow of the X380 on the grass there, and I just thought I'd show a little bit of the other facilities that they have here. But before we get into that, I thought I'd fly over across the road and take a look at this reserve pavilion. And the sign on the right that has the white marker board on there is where you can sign your name up and the time and date and so on and so forth. And you can see that there are people have already got stuff set up inside there. I'm on the left side of your picture there, and what we're going to do is fly up on this what looks like to me a volleyball court. Apparently you have to bring your own net, but this to me looked like a volleyball court, although I suppose you could play badminton here as well. But looks like you have to bring your own net and stick that up. And they have a variety of swings, longer ones, shorter ones for younger kids, and so on. And we just decided to fly along. Now remember, I'm shooting this at about 8:15 in the morning, so there's that was what I was hoping, that there wasn't going to be a lot of people out here, because I'd never been here before and didn't know how many people usually come out here. But there was one gal by this I don't know, jungle gym or exercise area. I don't know what they call these things, but it's got slides and places to climb, and she had her young son with her, and they were making use of the different things that are available there for you to use on at this particular time. We're going to turn back now and face towards the road. And the last thing I wanted to do on the shoot was, I'm going past it. Go past the parking lot, and we're going to look down the access road that leads from the main road that you use to come in here. Matter of fact, when I pulled in, there was a service truck that was trying to get out, and I had stopped to take that picture that you saw in the opening shot of the sign, and I had to hurry up and get out of his way to make sure that he could get out. We're going to raise up here, and I wanted to show you that they had additional parking. They have a nice big parking lot here, and a storage shed in the back, which I assume is for the various grass cutting things. And when we were up here, the panoramic mode on the X380, if you don't pull it back and set up a radius for it to circle, if you just press it once, it will just simply go into a rotating mode, just to do like a panoramic shot, slowly turning around and by itself. So we thought we'd do that and give a general idea of the land and the property that's here. So anyways, this is I'd never been here before. Saw it on Google Maps, thought I'd give it a shot, come out here and shoot it. So hope you enjoyed, and leave a comment if you'd like, and thanks for stopping by.